In this beginner-friendly walkthrough, I'm going to show you which free tools to install and how they work together for AI-assisted C# programming.
All right, let's get going on getting our prerequisites going to be able to get our program going. First, we're going to get an install of Visual Studio Code going. You can go to code.visualstudio.com. That's code, code.visualstudio.com, or the easy way is simply go to Google and look up VS Code. Let's do that. We got VS Code. I'm going to hit that. Let's just go to the download link.
I've been working with and programming computers since I was 14 years old. That was a long time ago, but I still love it. The challenges, the sense of accomplishment, the sometimes seemingly eternal lows trying to figure out a programming problem, then the highs and elation of figuring it all out and having the new cool piece added to my program. I love it. All that takes a whole lot of time though, believe me. But now, with AI, you don't need to go through all that to get the app outputs you seek. I'm here to help with all that with my decades-long insider knowledge of programming computers to help you get the results you seek.
Okay, and since I'm on Windows 11, I'm going to go ahead and just download here. Hit this. It's downloading nice and quick. I'm going to open up the directory where it is, and then I'm going to double click on it. This is Visual Studio Code. This is the file that we're going to use to do the editing for our code, and I'm going to accept the agreement, accept the defaults, accept the default. Desktop icon, sure, I don't do those so much, but hey, let's go. Install, and we're going to let it do its thing. It's going to install. Take just a moment to do all that.
I created a free companion setup checklist with the tools and steps shown here. You'll find the link in the description. Click it to find out more.
Okay, let's launch Visual Studio Code. Hit finish. Ta-da, we got Visual Studio Code. Do we want to continue with GitHub? No, we want to continue without signing in. Let's go with late 2026 and continue. Build more with AI agents. We're just going to go with the default. Okay, this is our user interface we're going to do our code in. Okay, from here, what we need to do is now install the .NET Software Development Kit version 9 plus. So what we're going to do is go back to Google. Okay, let's look up .NET SDK. Okay, so now we're going to click on the download .NET. Download .NET for Windows, .NET 10, download .NET SDK for version 10. Yep, that's what we want. Downloading up here. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go and open that. And then what we're going to do is click on that file that we want version 9 or greater. We got version 10. That's all cool. We're going to hit install and let it do its thing. Okay, we've got .NET SDK version 10 going. We wanted greater than 9. We got 10. That's all cool. And you can do 10 or whatever one after that if it's the production one. Let's keep going. Okay, the next thing we need is a GitHub account. So what we're going to do is look up GitHub on Google. Okay, let's create our test GitHub account. Okay, let's create our GitHub account. Let me go ahead and enter in the email address. Okay, the next thing we need to do now is set up our C# Dev Kit Visual Studio Code extension. So what we're going to do now is open up Visual Studio Code again. I'm going to go ahead and hit this button towards the top right, and then I'm going to go over to the Visual Studio extension panel over here in the top left and hit it, and then I'm going to type in C#, which is goofy, but within Microsoft programming this is known as C#, not C#. So if you hear me say C#, I'm referring to C#, but within Microsoft programming it's known as C#. So we're going to look up C# Dev Kit. We see at the very top we've got C# Dev Kit. Cool, that's what we want. I'm going to click on that, and then we hit here for install. I'll just go over here and hit install. Boom, let that bad boy install. Okay, we've got C# Dev Kit loaded. Connect account. You can sign in with your Microsoft account. Okay, here we're going to go ahead and just connect our Microsoft account. I'm going to put my GitHub account in here. Okay, we've got this set up for my login. We've already got the .NET SDK loaded. What we can do here is just do .NET version and command line. I'm just going to double click that. I'm going to go here on the search and type in CMD to bring a command prompt. And then you can either type .NET-version, or I put it in as the clipboard. And if I go here, put that in and run, you can see I've got 10.0.203. So you want to see at least version 9 or higher there. So let me go ahead and get out of that and minimize it. We're not going to open a folder. We're not going to create a project right now. We're not going to launch, debug, and test. We're not going to learn more. We're just going to mark as done. Okay, so we've got Visual Studio hooked up for the C# Dev Kit. Our next thing we need to do is get the GitHub Copilot chat. Okay, so we've got Visual Studio Code going, and that wasn't difficult. Okay, I'm going to go down here and click on this box with the little person circled, and I'm going to click here, sign in to use AI features. Continue with GitHub I'm going to hit. I'm going to put in my username, my email address. Okay, this is referring to enter the code from your two-factor authentication app. I've got a two-factor authentication app going with Microsoft. You may have a different authorization pop up. I've got an authenticator app, and I'm going to put in my number. And I want to authorize Visual Studio Code to use my GitHub account. Yes. Now we're launching Visual Studio Code. And this site is trying to open Visual Studio Code. Yep, we want to do it. Let's hit open.
The companion checklist has these tools listed in order, so you don't need to remember everything while watching. Check out the video's description to find the link to find out more.
And let's open Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to go here in the bottom corner on the little circle person on accounts. I can see I've got my GitHub account going, and I've also got my Microsoft account going, logged in. So all good for setup on Visual Studio Code. So that's feeling good. So far, so good. Okay, first we're going to create a super simple, easy, quick Hello World program. And what we're going to do that is quick open a terminal. I'm going to go up here to terminal and go to new terminal. Okay, we're going to create our command .NET new console -n hello world. So let me go ahead and type that out now. Okay, let's open Visual Studio Code. Let's open up terminal and come down here and type .NET new console -n space hello world. So let's do that. Okay, now we're going to change directory to the directory for what we just created. Change directory is CD hello world. Okay, we've changed to the new directory. So let's go .NET run. Program's going to compile, and you can see it says hello world. So we've got our first program running. We have it saying hello world.
Download the free setup checklist using the link in the description. Once your computer is ready, my next lesson shows you how to build a simple interactive program with AI assistance. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you would, take a moment and hit the subscribe button and check out the link in the video's description to find out more. Have a great day.